Good morning and welcome back for another edition of Ask Father Silva. First and foremost, a very happy Easter. Hopefully everyone is still celebrating Easter as we encounter this Easter octave, celebrating each day as if it were the Lord's actual day of resurrection as we celebrated on Sunday. And our question today, maybe it should have been answered prior to the Easter season, but the question is, when does Lent actually end? Right, there's some uncertainty as to whether or not it ends on Holy Thursday or does it end on Holy Saturday. Right, never mind the question of do Sundays count for our Lenten observance. Of course, the Sundays in Lent are in fact Lent, but we can forego our Lenten penances in honor of our Lord's resurrection on those Sundays during Lent. But the question of whether or not it ends on Thursday or Saturday, right, it ends as soon as the Mass of the Lord's Supper begins on Holy Thursday. Right? That's when the season of Lent ends, and that's when the Holy Easter Paschal Triduum begins. Right? Triduum, those three sacred days, Holy Thursday, Good Friday, and Holy Saturday, is the shortest liturgical calendar season of the whole year. And so the Triduum is its own season, those three separate days. And so Lent ends at the beginning of Holy Thursday, the Mass of the Lord's Supper in the evening, and thus begins the Triduum, and then after which, obviously, the Easter season. And the follow-up question to that was whether or not you can forego your Lenten observances or penances or disciplines or practices, whatever you want to call them, when the season ends. And the answer is, maybe. I don't really know. Right? The whole idea of it being a penance or a discipline is that it's entirely up to you, right? There's no one there to check in on you other than yourself and the Lord and maybe someone who you have as an accountability partner. But remember that we're entering into this sacred time, and it is a good thing to continue those practices, those observances, until the Lord has risen, right? And then we celebrate the Lord's resurrection with that particular day, that Sunday, that Easter. And so let's say you, gave up sweets. Well, maybe waiting until Easter Sunday. It's going to make the resurrection of our Lord all the more meaningful. And obviously on Good Friday, you shouldn't be eating those things anyways, it being one of the 2 days of holy fasting, one of the 5 precepts of our Catholic Church, observing that fast day. So, right, the season of Lent ends at the beginning of the Mass of the Lord's Supper on Holy Thursday, and it's up to you whether or not you're going to observe those penances and those practices, but I think it a good idea and an act of love for our Lord, and in fact uniting it to the crucifixion that we honor and venerate on Good Friday, to wait until our Lord has risen. So, that's all I got for you today. Again, happy Easter, and we'll see you again next week. God bless.